Flipped it, man.
What's up, everybody? This is our Unscripted podcast where we talk about movies and anime while having some drinks, and pretty much anything goes.
Oh, my bad. I was just like, why are you waving your finger? I'm Joey.
And I'm Kareem.
So sit back, grab a brew, and join us in this week's episode of Brew Bros. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Joey.
And Kareem.
And we're going to give you the review for the One Piece episode number 6, the live action show, The Chef and the Chore Boy. Now, when we started, we came up with the drink for Sanji. The drink for... What did we end up naming the drink for Sanji?
It was Sanji's Smoked Ginger Smash.
So, we had it one way, and then we decided to evolve it, because it wasn't quite Sanji-esque.
Drink that we had originally named it was Sanji's Spicy Ginger Smash.
The reason it was spicy is because we used a ginger liqueur within the drink itself, but it was missing a little something.
Yes.
Now, what Kareem suggested is that it was missing a smoky aspect to it because Sanji is a smoker.
He's a smoker. Plus, since he's the chef, smoking brings a degree of flavor to cooking.
So what we decided to do is we actually double smoked the drink. We smoked the cup first by itself.
Mm-hmm.
We added the ingredients, and the ingredients are as follows: 3 ounces of your favorite bourbon, half an ounce of any ginger liqueur, 3 to 4 fresh basil leaves, and half an ounce of lime juice. So what you want to do first is you want to muddle the leaves in a dry glass. Then you add the half an ounce of lime juice, a couple cubes of ice. Did I say that right? Couple ice cubes, couple cubes of ice.
Couple ice cubes, If you have a giant ice cube, you could go with the giant ice cube or a giant ball, whiskey ball of ice.
Yes. So you want to infuse the basil and the lime juice together. So you stir them together for a few seconds, 30 seconds to a minute. Then you add the half ounce of ginger liqueur and the 3 ounces of the bourbon. Stir it some more. Let the ice get cold in the drink itself, and then you could drink it as is. But before you actually drink it, I'm sorry, I forgot that we double smoked it.
Yeah.
We added more pellets. We covered the drink and smoked it that way, and that became
Sanji's Smoked Ginger Smash.
Now, for shits and giggles, I actually bought a Smirnoff Spicy Tamarind vodka. I've been looking for this thing for months. Finally found it. So now, instead of the bourbon, we switched it out for the Spicy Tamarind. And let's see how this tastes this time.
Pleasant on the nose.
I think my nose is congested. I can't smell shit. There's a couple layers of heat.
Mm-hmm.
It starts off with the Spicy Tamarind, and then the ginger kicks in after.
Yeah.
I oddly like it.
Yes.
But it's pretty fucking spicy, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, get that little heat in the back of your throat,
in the gully. The flavors work together.
Yeah. The basil kind of disappears, but it's still delicious.
This needs like a fresh lime and something else to it. I don't know what else. This probably needs, honestly, some kind of seltzer to water it down.
Yeah,
a little bit. I'm sure once the ice melts, it'll give it a good flavor.
It's very strong flavor.
I'm surprised it's as spicy as it is. Yeah,
got a kick.
Oh yeah. Okay.
First time, long time.
All right, let's get into the actual episode. So, this was an interesting episode.
Very interesting.
I like it better than the previous episode, and the previous episode had more action.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. I'll tell you what.
Okay, tell me why.
I like it because they went into the backstory of Sanji and Zeph.
They did a really good job of the backstory of Zeph and Sanji.
I didn't know that they stayed out there for 85 days.
Yeah, I don't recall them, but then again, that was so long ago in the anime. I don't recall them ever mentioning how long they were out there for.
I don't think they did, but I looked it up, and it says they were out there for a total of 85 days. What I don't recall is, I swear to God, it happened differently. Didn't Zeph lose his leg in the ocean when a chain wrapped around it?
That I don't recall.
He was being dragged down, but he wanted to save Sanji.
Mm-hmm.
So something happened with the chain where it became too tight and it ripped his leg off, and that's how he was able to get free to save Sanji.
Mm.
But in the episode,
He eats it,
yeah, I don't think that happened like at all. I think it happened the
or
way
he just didn't eat
I,
for that amount of time.
no, he wouldn't have lasted if he didn't eat that amount of time. So I mean, maybe he did eat it, but I swear to God, it happened a different way.
Mm.
I'm almost positive he fell into the ocean, a chain wrapped around his leg, and he decided to sacrifice it in order to save Sanji.
That's possible.
I really like the actor they chose for Zeph.
Yeah, Zeph, um, by far is the most, I guess you could say, anime accurate,
Believable?
or well, the closest to anime accurate depiction of the One Piece characters, because he's bigger than almost everybody, and he looks like them without being cartoonishly.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? He looks like a younger version than what is shown in the anime.
Mm,
He doesn't look in the anime. I'm pretty sure he's much older,
yeah,
but accuracy wise,
yeah,
they're spot on with this
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
But it almost feels like he's the only character that's really like almost 100% spot on.
yeah. I agree, because the next closest I would say would probably be Zoro,
You think so?
as far as depictions.
Look wise, maybe, but Zeph even kind of acted similar to him.
True, but yeah,
Zoro still, the actor that plays Zoro is still very. I don't know. I still see him as trying too hard, but I can't see anybody else as Zoro.
he's very stiff as
Ca-
Zoro.
Characterly, is that a word?
Yes.
Yeah, he is very stiff. His acting kind of sucks a little bit.
Is it his acting, or is he trying to portray a way too serious character? But he's serious, but he's not really that serious.
It almost seems like he's going against his own personality. Like naturally, he's probably like a happy-go-lucky, funny dude,
Yeah,
and it almost hurts him to be the opposite in the
yeah.
show. So I don't think he's that's the only downside when it comes to Zoro in this guy.
Mm.
Oh,
Well, I think the downside is I think they're making Zoro overly serious
I don't know.
without the quirkiness that he shows once in a while.
He's not letting loose. I don't think he
Yeah.
knows how to let loose at this point. The worst part was in the previous episode when he tried to cry on command. He just held the sword up. It was just like he was trying to force the tears.
Yeah, it is the tearless cry. I mean, give him some Visine or something.
And I know in the anime they show more of a reason why Zoro decided to become a part of the crew.
Hmm.
In these two episodes, Zoro, for some reason, he gets hurt by Mihawk, and all of a sudden he's like, "I'm your man. I'm your man, Luffy. I'm
Yeah,
your first commander." He never says he's the first mate ever. I think Luffy kind of gave him the title, or it's just known that he's the first mate, but Zoro never proclaimed to
yeah,
be the first mate.
but he does proclaim that I'll go to the end with you or whatever.
He does, but it's because Luffy saved his life, or did he have some kind of?
No, he says it. He says it after the Mihawk fight.
But why? What's the reason? There has to be a reason why he went from I'm the pirate hunter. Now all of a sudden you're the man, Luffy. I'm gonna be part of your crew. I'm there to the end.
But here's the thing: it seems that way because we don't have that whole character building, all those episodes, all those battles that we watched in anime aren't here.
I guess so.
So it just seems like they're jumping from one arc to another, like boom, 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 boom. So it doesn't seem like anything is happening.
That's exactly what they're doing. But why were you surprised when I said I like this episode better than the previous one?
Because I don't know, I liked the last episode.
What was different between this one and the other one?
Uh, maybe it's the action.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. This whole episode seemed out of order.
No, I think you were thrown off because Arlong showed up in this.
Yes.
Um, I don't necessarily like that part. I like everything else within the episode,
Hmm.
minus that part,
Mm.
because Arlong doesn't come to Baratie. Okay,
Yeah.
Arlong is much, much, much later on. Not Yeah, Nami does leave in that arc,
Okay.
and she goes to Arlong.
Okay.
Okay, but Arlong never showed up, and I think that's what threw this episode off. So everything before that part, I was all for.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then he shows up and it throws everything out of whack.
Yes, it makes it completely weird.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the actual storyline. The other thing that threw me off was the interaction with Garp and Mihawk. That never
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, that doesn't happen, and I think they're emphasizing way too much on Kobe.
The relationship with Kobe and Garp,
Yeah.
I guess
Where
so, because they never go into that in the anime either.
and also they don't show Garp as much as they do in this first 6 episodes. We see Garp every episode.
Do we really?
Yeah.
And
Maybe minus no, even in the buggy episode we saw Garp.
I don't think we see him in the Surf Island. I don't remember that though.
No, we did.
Where?
They were, I think they were on their way to Surf Island, when they were there.
They're obviously trying to establish some kind of backstory, I think, with Garp, and maybe they're going to Garp and Luffy, or trying to make it seem like Garp is way more important
Mm-hmm.
for some reason. I mean, because Garp is a pretty big deal. He sort of trained Luffy when Luffy was younger, at least for a little bit.
Quote unquote.
You just do air quotes.
I did. But yeah, even in the anime, they rarely go into the Garp. They mention it, but the Garp Luffy training arc.
I think they show it as a filler episode or a couple fillers.
What what arc was that when it's they meet up with Garp and they're all injured or something like that, and they briefly talk about the his training with Garp.
Where Luffy does?
Yeah,
I have to look this up. Was it Sabaody?
was it?
So this is saying something about the face reveal was first done in 313 and 314, where Garp post Ennis Lobby arc comes over at Galila to meet Luffy.
Hmm.
I remember Luffy and his crew being injured, but for some reason I want to say they did meet up with him in Sabaody, but that's where they met Rayleigh. Maybe Luffy met up with him at some point. You might be thinking of something else.
No, I remember they were. I'm pretty sure they were. It was Zoro was there, Luffy was there, maybe Usopp, and I think Garp was talking to Luffy about something, and I could have sworn they were all bandaged up,
You sure you're not confusing that with?
and they were in like some, I don't want to say it was like a brickish, brick rock built, house.
You sure you're not confusing that with when the entire crew goes to like the Halloween Island with the hell's that dude's name? He was one of the warlords. When Luffy became Nightmare Luffy,
No,
Gecko Moria.
no.
I don't remember Garp being that big. You might be confusing Garp with Rayleigh when they're in Sabaody.
Let's see.
I wish I brought more coconut water.
All right, maybe we wanna.
Stay tuned while we research whatever the hell we're researching. Okay, so Luffy meets up with Garp, but that's much later because they already have Frankie on their crew.
Yeah, so it's after.
Galley 7.
Yeah.
So Galley 7 and Islavia, it's around that time frame. That was a many episodes in.
Hmm.
Garp does meet up with him at one point and starts throwing cannons at them.
Hmm.
I do remember that.
I think that's the time.
You sure it wasn't before? You sure it wasn't similar to what they showed in the anime? In the live action right now?
When they're trying to escape him.
No, like right now when they were showing the Zoro, Luffy, Nami, and Usopp on the Going Merry,
Hmm.
and Garp launched a cannonball at them. I'm pretty sure that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about like we see him here and there, but we don't see him very often as we see him now.
I mean, that's true, but they're taking so many liberties right now. This episode was all about that because there was no reason why Jamaican Arlong should have showed up at Baratier
Mm.
with Fishman Karate 1 and Fish Lips 2.
Yeah, because by then Nami she left somehow. I think she took the ship, didn't she?
Yeah, no, I think did she take the Mary? No, I don't think she took the Mary. I think she took a dinghy
Yeah.
and went to Arlong
Okay.
and left the crew there. But Arlong never showed up to Baratie the way he showed up in this
Yeah,
episode.
because Baratheon was in one piece.
The
Because
the show, or
there was no Don Krieg battle.
yeah, yeah, oh, that's true. I really don't know what the hell they're trying to do with that. They're trying to make Arlong the main villain of the season. I guess they had to bring him up.
Maybe. Well, I guess you could say technically he is, because I think Arlong Park ends the season.
I think you're right. Wait, they fight him and then the season ends, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, no, I think you might be right. But they could have shown this a completely different way. Like, why did they bring him to Baratie? He had nothing to do with the storyline.
true.
And they made the whole crew take an L.
Hmm.
They throwed. That's not a word.
Well,
They threw Luffy into the ocean, which happens in Arlong Park.
well, not everybody took L. Luffy took L.
But he still threw him in the ocean, and Sanji saved him,
Mm-hmm.
which happened in
Arlong
Arlong
Park.
Park. Yeah, it didn't need to happen now.
Mm.
Like, it sort of makes me wonder what the director is thinking by introducing all these things that didn't happen, or what the writers are thinking.
Yeah,
And what's the point of you showing this now?
it's like they clipping events in the story and just swapping them to wherever they want, and as long as it comes out to the same final end result,
Mm-hmm.
they're okay with it.
Yeah, I guess so. Because the other confusing part is Arlong specifically went to Baratie looking for Luffy.
Yeah,
So now within these 6 episodes, Luffy all of a sudden made a name for himself everywhere.
yeah.
But they don't really show that anywhere.
They don't show him getting his name because how is he getting famous if he's not really interacting with anybody else?
Yes. So there's a bunch of stuff that's happening behind the scenes that they're not showing at all.
Hmm.
It's happening within the story, but they're not making it
Yeah,
a point to show.
like they're not really telling about I guess Luffy, the fight becoming a big thing on Surf Island,
Mm-hmm.
or but the town that Buggy was holding captive.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really see the effects of that.
They're missing a lot of stuff. One of the biggest things they're missing is all the side characters.
Yeah,
That's showing them. And some of those guys were pivotal to the storyline just because the other crew was fighting.
yeah,
Not showing any of that in this.
yeah. We don't get Usopp's fights.
Would you really consider them fights? Or like stupid luck of the draw kind of thing?
But still, we get to see the potential of Usopp's skill
Usopp is the One Piece Jar Jar Binks right now.
right now. Yes, but
It's
even in the anime, was character building.
Yeah, but they had a lot more
There was like
episodes to do that.
there was funny moments.
Okay, yeah.
There's a lot of that
Yep.
out.
What they did show in this that had some of Usopp's characteristics in it, they showed a couple parts where he's being a coward.
Hmm.
That was pretty funny.
Like when Arlong comes in and everybody's fighting and he's under the table.
And he crawling on his knees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that sense, they did that justice.
Hmm.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
I feel like the characters are more believable to who they are.
A little more, yeah.
I don't know if I'm 100% sold on Sanji being British. I don't know if I
Yeah.
can see anybody else playing the part because this guy actually plays the part pretty damn well.
Yeah. Yeah. At first I was like, but now, yes, I see it.
I kind of want him to keep his shirt on all the time because that at one scene
Yeah.
where they wait, Sanji was got a fucking diesel. I was all insecure.
Hey man, you gonna put your shirt back on?
Hey man, you gotta eat some more of your food that you cook, bro.
You ain't no cook. You must cook terrible food.
You don't eat your own cook. Your own cook. I said cook.
Your macros must be on point.
For real. you what you eat air? You got the abs, bro. How'd you get those abs? I'm hating on British Sanji.
Sanji skills must be calculating calories.
What's the rule? Never get high off your own supply. Screw you, Sanji, and your nice abs.
You know, this food is for fat people.
I'm just sit here and drink my alcohol. Pretend I look better.
Whatever, Sanji. Put your abs away. Put them shits away. Nobody wants to see you. I don't want to see you.
I don't want to see him either. God damn it. Has a 6-pack, all tucking all British and with that blonde hair. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm on Sanji hate mode right now.
But yeah, you know, you're getting familiar with the characters. You know, getting a connection with the characters.
You know what? We got two
Except
more.
for Nami.
Oh, yeah, except for fuck that girl. I mean, she's another one who's kind of overdoing the dramatic effect of the character.
Hmm.
She's being overly serious, doesn't want to interact with
Yeah.
anybody. She has a couple moments here and there where she's like,
Yes. Yeah. Like, could it be like because she's playing devil? I mean, not devil's advocate, but she's playing double agent. She's an Arlong pirate, so she's not fully committed. So why would she get personal with them?
I
And
get it.
it's her person. And are we really seeing Nami? I could understand it, but even though we still saw some zaniness from the anime Nami.
When did you
Uh,
see any kind of zaniness? I didn't see
No, I'm
any of
talking
that.
about anime.
Oh, anime Nami.
Yeah,
I mean, the zaniness comes mostly from her yelling at Luffy.
yeah.
She's not yelling in this one. She's kind of just very dry, very keeping them all at an arm's distance kind of thing.
It's like she's not yelling at him, but she's more like scolding him. Bitch face Nami.
Bitch face Nami. Yeah. BFN.
Yeah.
She's trying too hard, but her acting is better than Zoro when it comes to it.
Well, no, because she can convey emotions. This is Zoro. The seriousness is
It's detrimental to himself.
it's over the top.
It's not even over the top. Like the dude is just dry. He's a dry Zoro. There's no. He's trying to keep all his emotions in check,
Hmm.
and Zoro has some of them. He's a more serious character, but he
Yeah,
has emotions.
true. I'm not arguing.
Is there anything else that really stand out within the episode itself?
Oh, and Buggy being with our
Oh,
Arlong pirates.
that never happened.
I was like, what?
Not only that, the very end right now.
Yeah, Buggy being with the Straw Hat pirates.
Like, how is that possible? That did not happen in any way, shape, or form. And the last time we saw Buggy, he was at least head, hands, and feet. How did it just end up just head?
Yeah. What happened to the rest of his body?
That shit is floating around somewhere. When did he put his ear on Luffy's hat? He never did that shit. I like Buggy though, the guy who's playing Buggy.
It's a good Buggy.
But see, Buggy's a moron kind of thing.
In the anime at this point, yes. Well, he's like, I don't know, it's like devious but whimsical yet.
Buggy is the comic relief.
Yeah.
That's what he is. Even when he tries to be serious,
Yeah.
he ends up just being the comic relief. He always has these situations that work out in his favor, even though he doesn't want them to work out.
Mm. But yeah, this it's like the Heath Ledger trying to be the Joker, trying to be Buggy.
That him being a Tropic Thunder. I'm a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude.
Exactly.
You don't know what dude you is. You a dude that don't know what dude he is.
So what does make you
What's his name?
confused?
Tuck Carlson or some shit? I don't know who I am anymore. Oh, what the fuck was I gonna ask? The fight scenes between Arlong and Luffy.
They weren't bad.
The thing that I don't like about Luffy's fight scenes, all his attacks are like they're taking extra long for them to come out. It's like his stretching ability is getting prolonged. It's supposed to be fast. It's supposed to
Hmm.
be gum gum gomo gomo, then pistol or whatever.
Well, I think in the anime, the setup for his moves take a long time, but the actual move is short. Like the and then he hits it, and then at that point it's quick.
Well, yeah, it's because drawing something like that is gonna take a lot longer in order
Yeah,
to show that growing.
yeah.
You can do it quicker in the anime, but in the live action, but they're prolonging the effect
Hmm.
of it. So it's
To
like
accentuate the
the
look
stretch.
yeah.
I don't like it. It's like it's taking too long within the fight scene itself.
Hmm.
And at that point, Arlong could have just punched him or stabbed him or
Yeah.
just like, dude, what are you doing? Oh man, your freaking dog is making my eye itch. Like I can't stop scratching my eyeball.
I think it's you.
It probably is. I think I'm allergic to something. I'm allergic to Luke. Good old Lukey Dookie making my shit itch. I mean, overall, I like most of the episode. I don't like the small parts. I don't like the Mihawk Garp interaction,
Okay.
and I don't like the Luffy Arlong interaction that never happened.
Yeah.
Everything else,
And the buggy.
and the Buggy, yeah. But the Zeph origin story with Sanji to me outdid everything else that happened in the episode that wasn't supposed to be there.
Okay. I think that was the best part of the episode, but that's what I can't put it all the other stuff is like it just seems out of whack. That is like it's conflicting with me.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is like we have a love hate with this series.
Yes,
We love it because it's One Piece. We hate it because it's not like completely
it's
accurate to the story.
it's not accurate to what we know from One Piece.
Yes, but it's not a disaster. It's not like we could stop watching. We could stop watching, but we're not.
Hmm?
Because I'm still curious to know, oh, what are they gonna do next? What's gonna
Yeah,
happen next?
yeah. How they gonna do this? How they gonna do that?
Even though we know the answers to the fucking story.
True.
I don't know. I can't give a do I like it, do I not like it, because I'm still watching it. I'm still in it.
Well, okay, but you said you liked this episode more than last episode.
I do. I think I like it more because of the acting.
Okay.
The acting to me was 100% better than Zoro's fight scene with Mihawk. The fight was cool with Mihawk, but the acting part of it, it
Yeah.
was like it was like, wah 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 for me.
It fell off a little bit.
A little bit.
It didn't hit the. But then again, you also got to take into account it also didn't build that that connection that we had with the anime Zoro. It could be the smoke. I think it's the smoke.
Well, the pellets aren't on right now, and like my eyes.
I know,
Actually,
but I'm just saying, like, because my hands smell like smoke.
yeah, maybe, but something's like irritating my eyeball because I'm over here scratching the shit out of it.
Because I
Right
went
now.
like this, and now my eyes is irritated.
Oh, is
I
it?
think, yeah, I
Okay.
think it's the smoke.
Well, you wanted a smoky Sanji drink.
And it paid off. Sometimes you gotta pay to play.
You got to sacrifice your eyeballs. I'm like fucking Ray Charles over here. My eyeballs are closed.
Well.
Georgia, you got big wrist, girl. Shit, where the hell were we going? What were we talking about?
This episode being the best or better than the last one.
You know what really sealed the deal for me for the last one that gave me like oh, Zoro's plea when he held up the sword with the fake cry.
Zoro's attempt at crying.
It was like he was trying to hurt himself to force a tear out. Like, dude, you can't grunt a tear out.
Technically, that's how it happened.
That is how it happened.
Minus the tears. There was no tears. The dry eyes.
No, he tried to make a tear.
I
The
know.
dude's face looked like he was trying to in pain.
But that's what was that's happened in the anime.
Luffy, you my captain. I got shrimps. That was the face he gave off. He gave off shrimp face. He didn't give off I'm gonna cry because I just got my chest sliced up. Faces. I'm pledging myself to Luffy. I think you're right. You might be right with the whole smoke thing. I think it's a combination of the smoke and your dog affected my eyeballs.
Luke has been gone for a while.
His hair's still on me.
Then why are you wearing his hair?
Because weird. He was laying down on top of me.
That's weird.
He was laying on top.
That's weird.
You know what? Your dog likes me, and even though he's like a crackhead, on AD.
It's meth. No, he's a crackhead.
No, I think you're right with meth. Because he's all over the place.
Speed. He's into speed.
He's into speed. And he was able to lay down with me for 10 solid minutes without moving. Got dander all up in my grill. And now 2 hours after
You liked it.
I do miss having a dog. All right. But I mean, he's calm with me.
Yeah, he was calm with me. He's just not calm with everybody else.
I think your dog just likes boys.
Well, he likes certain ones.
Ah, okay. He doesn't like everybody.
No.
Okay. He loves me.
Because you come over and you see him.
That's true.
You give him attention.
That's true. And, you can tell by his teeth in my eyeballs. That's probably all itchy right now. I guess we're going to have to stay tuned for the next couple episodes.
Yeah.
We got 2 more.
So, what's next?
Arlong Park.
But are we getting Chopper this season?
No, we're not gonna get Chopper. Chopper is gonna have to come next season, I believe.
How many more episodes left in this season?
I think it's only 8.
Okay.
So we got 2 more episodes. It's gonna be 2 episodes of Arlong Park. So it was 1 episode Luffy and the Nami and Zoro, right? The second episode was the Buggy episode. It was still Luffy, Nami, and Zoro, right? So it was 2 episodes, those 3 only. It was 2 episodes Usopp, right? It was 2 episodes Sanji-ish.
Barati.
And now it's going to be 2 episodes Nami heavy. So you know what? I think the first 2 episodes might have been Zoro heavy. Like the first 2 were Zoro.
One was the introduction episode with Luffy.
Yeah.
Then Zoro.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one was Luffy. Second one was Zoro. No, because didn't they go to Morgan in the first episode? The second episode was definitely with Buggy.
Mm-hmm. Then Syrup Island.
Yeah, 3 and 4 was Syrup Island.
Mm-hmm.
5 and 6 is Sanji-inspired. 7 and 8 is Arlong Park.
Okay.
That's gonna be the end of the season.
Mm.
And then I heard they might rush season 2
Oh boy.
because of the actors' strike, the screenwriter strike.
Yeah.
So season 2 is gonna suck.
Prepare for donkey balls.
Prepare for a Naruto filler episode with the dragon, paper dragons,
Paper dragon.
live action paper dragons.
Oh, stiff ass Chidori.
And on that note,
Stay fly.
oh wait, before we do that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments if you're watching this on YouTube, on Spotify, on Amazon Music, on iHeartRadio. We're on iHeartRadio too.
Okay.
We're on Spreaker. We're on Google Podcasts and a couple different other shows.
Do you say Apple Music?
No, I haven't loaded us up to Apple Music
Okay.
yet.
Coming soon.
We're gonna be I got to figure out how to do it itself. But yeah, like, subscribe, and comment. Until then,
Stay fly.
peace out.